Welcome to Fordham University and the Atlantic 10 Women's Basketball Preseason Preview. Pleased to be joined by Fordham Women's Basketball head coach Stephanie Gaitley. 8th season at Fordham, 24-10 mark last year, a trip to the WNIT Sweet 16. Coach, what can fans be excited about this year's group?
It's just a hungry group. I mean, this group has been a lot of fun. I mean, chemistry-wise, this may be the best chemistry I've seen since I've been here. We're young. I mean, we have 3 upperclassmen and 14 underclassmen, freshmen or sophomores. So that with a very aggressive, out-of-conference schedule and obviously the always competitive conference schedule, will give us a lot of challenges. But, with this group, I mean, early on, I think the kids are responding to all the challenges.
Speaking of that challenging non-conference schedule, you have the Gulf Coast Invitational planned, a rematch at Pitt this year. What are you most excited about for that non-conference schedule?
The challenge. I mean, our goal obviously is to always give ourselves a chance to get to the NCAA tournament 2 ways, either via winning the A10 tournament or by doing well in our out of conference to give us a really solid RPI. So we prepare ourselves to do that. I mean, the schedule doesn't get a whole lot more aggressive than what we have this year. I mean, with going to Pitt, going to Georgetown, Penn State coming in, going to that tournament, it just, our goal is to play against the best. If you want to be the best, you got to play against the best. And I think, even if you take a chapter out of GW's book last year, that Jen played a really aggressive schedule. I think they started off 5-8 out of conference. That early schedule, I think, helped prepare them for conference play, and they end up obviously putting it together at the right time.
Referencing GW, Dayton, Duquesne, St. Louis, your team, the top dogs of the A10 last year. How do you see the conference shaping up this year? Who should people highlight as a team that you expect to see come A10 tournaments?
A lot of parity. I mean, I think that the bottom is starting to push towards the top, but I would say the team to beat this year would be Duquesne, just because of the experience they have returning. I mean, I think Dayton is always going to be somebody that's in the mix just because they kind of reload, and I don't think there's any easy out. There's no easy game. I think we're going to be one of the teams near the top just because I think our kids know what it means, to play at that level, and I think our out-of-conference schedule, there'll be no fear once we come conference time. I think we were rewarded with 4 nationally televised games because of that, and so I think, our kids will rise to the occasion.
Coach, thanks for your time.
Oh, appreciate it. Thank you.
With seniors Mary Goulding and Lauren Holden, sophomore Bre Cavanaugh, we can take turns on this question. What are you guys most excited for the season?
I'm most excited for my sophomore year and getting to play, with Lauren and Mary for their last year, and the freshmen that came in. I'm really excited to play with them.
I'm really excited because it's my last year. It's Mary's last year, so we're really, just excited to get out there and start the season. And I'm also really excited because we just have a great group of girls, and they're just awesome to play with, and we just have really great chemistry on and off the court.
Building off what they've both already said, it's our last season. We want to go out with a bang, and we've got a great group of girls.
We can start with Mary on this one. Speaking of going out with a bang, competed in the A10 tournament last year, WNIT Sweet 16. What will it take to get back to that point?
I think this year we will definitely have to all as a team buy into the program, own our roles, and if we all follow the Fordham way, which is what we take pride in, then we'll definitely be back to where we were last year.
I just think it's going to take a lot of toughness and just sticking together through the highs and lows. I just remember last year, and all my years I've been here, during the season, you're going to go through times where it's tough, and you're going to go through times where it's just everything's going your way. But just to stay together through all of that, I think that's going to be really important.
I agree with what Mary and Lauren said, but also I think, focusing on the little details, focusing on what coach has to say, focus on defense. And not only that, like what Mary and Lauren said, we have a great group of girls, and I know that, when we go out there and we go to the ward, we'll have each other's backs.
Last year, 24-10, 15-3 at Rose Hill. What's different about this year's team?
I think what's different about this year's team is that the freshmen that are, have come in are, ahead of the game. They're, some of them are leading, they're ahead, athletic wise, and I think, that's a big advantage for us.
I would definitely agree with what Bre said. The freshmen, awesome class, and they just come in ready to work hard every single day. And there's some who are stepping up and speaking up during practice and leading, and just to have that ability as a freshman is just like awesome to have on the court.
Yeah, to build off of both what Bre and Lauren said, this year we really have a group of girls that everyone's already bought in. Everyone wants the same goals, and we're all on the same page. There's no one that's pulling us down or anything. We're all on the same road, which is really awesome.
The 2019 A10 Women's Basketball Championship begins Tuesday, March 5th, with 6 member campus first-round games, then moves to Duquesne University from March 8th to March 10th for the quarterfinals, the semifinals, and the championship. As for the Rams, they'll open up November 9th with a date against Wagner, and then conference play begins January 5th against defending A10 tournament champion George Washington.